Have you ever wondered how an eternal paradise could fall? Not by a great, devastating war or a terrifying weapon, but through a simple, quiet, almost invisible mistake, the exact kind we all make when we stop paying attention. It's a profound story about losing absolutely everything just to remember what it was truly actually worth. From the deeply ancient texts of the sacred Puranas, this is a story etched perfectly into eternity. Welcome to the grand lore of Ananta Purana. Take a deep breath and listen closely. Long before the great, chaotic churning of the cosmic ocean, there was a flawless golden age in heaven. Indra, the undisputed king of the gods, had everything. He had rightfully earned his place through countless struggles, but over time, he entirely forgot what it cost. One day, the great, fearsome sage Durvasa was walking silently through the luminous celestial realms. He was an ascetic of immense, terrifying spiritual power, carrying the heavy weight of 1,000 years of meditation. In his calloused hands, he carried a rare, beautiful gift, a sacred floral garland given to him by Lakshmi herself. This wasn't just a simple garland of fragrant flowers. It was the physical, living embodiment of the universe's divine fortune. The ancient sage approached Indra, who was riding proudly atop his magnificent four-tusked white elephant, Airavata. With deep, unwavering respect, Durvasa offered this ultimate, glowing blessing directly to the king of the gods. Indra accepted it with a casual hand, but his mind was elsewhere. He wasn't truly present in this sacred moment. Without a single second thought, he casually, blindly placed the sacred gift onto his great elephant's head. Airavata, simply being an innocent creature, reached up, grabbed the glowing flowers, and dropped them into the dirt. The supreme gift of the goddess of fortune lay abandoned in the dust, its warm, divine light fading away completely. Sage Durvasa stood perfectly, terrifyingly still in silence. He wasn't acting out of petty anger or cruel vengeance. He saw a proud king who had stopped valuing his ultimate blessings, a king who desperately needed a cosmic correction. The sage spoke a devastating curse, but it wasn't designed to permanently destroy the celestial gods. It simply and quietly removed their tejas, their inner divine radiance. Their neglected fortune was stripped away instantly. And in this vast universe, balance is absolutely everything. The demons immediately sensed that without their defining inner radiance, the gods were easily and humiliatingly pushed out of their own eternal paradise. Indra stood alone at the very edge of the cosmos. He didn't blame the fierce sage. He blamed himself entirely. He finally understood a bitter truth, that when we take our blessings for granted, they quietly, inevitably leave us. Deeply humbled and utterly exhausted, the defeated gods gathered together to seek desperate divine guidance. They went to Lord Vishnu, the ultimate preserver of the universe, and openly, honestly, confessed their monumental failure. Vishnu listened patiently to their pleas. He didn't offer empty, soothing comforts. He offered a very hard truth. He told them that lost fortune cannot simply be fought for with weapons. It must be carefully, painstakingly won back. To do this impossible task, they would have to completely churn the Kshiras Sagara, the infinite cosmic ocean of milk. And he looked at Indra and told him, "You cannot do this alone. You must ask your worst enemies for help." It was an incredibly bitter pill, but Indra swallowed his massive pride, realizing they desperately needed the demon's strength. A fragile truce was formally offered. The demons agreed,
I will wait for
heavily
the enemy
tempted
to
by the promise
overextend.
of shared, unimaginable treasures. For the first time in cosmic history, light and dark walked together peacefully toward a single monumental goal. They used the massive dark Mount Mandara as their divine churning rod, plunging it deep into the luminous waters. The great ancient Serpent King offered his own massive scaled body to be used as the ultimate churning rope. The gods took the smooth tail, the demons took the heavy head, and the great universe-altering churning began.
But the mountain was far too heavy for the ocean floor. It immediately sank into the dark, crushing depths of the water. Vishnu, in his boundless, eternal compassion, took the magnificent form of a giant, ancient cosmic tortoise. He dove swiftly beneath the foaming waters, offering his own unbreakable, divine shell to support the heavy mountain. With the sacred foundation finally secure, they pulled again. The cosmic ocean began to violently swirl and froth. With the sacred foundation finally secure, they pulled again. The cosmic ocean began to violently swirl and froth. But before you ever find absolute fortune, you must face the poison. A dark, deeply lethal cloud rapidly emerged. This was the terrifying Halahala, a toxin so incredibly pure it threatened to dissolve the very fabric of reality. Out of the screaming chaos stepped Lord Shiva, he who brings absolute, perfect peace to unimaginable destruction. With complete, unwavering serenity, he gathered the deadly, dark poison directly into his own bare, divine hands. He drank the violent darkness to save the world, holding it safely in his glowing blue throat forever.
The cosmic danger finally passed. The ocean began to yield its hidden, beautifully ancient miracles. Sacred, impossible animals, beautiful celestial beings, and the glowing divine healer of the gods miraculously emerged. And then, a profound warmth spread across the waters. The truest, most valuable treasure was finally rising. Goddess Lakshmi, the ultimate embodiment of pure fortune and grace, stepped beautifully out of the cosmic ocean. Absolutely everyone fell silent. Her divine presence brought profound, calming peace to the entirely exhausted universe. She looked across the deeply divided shores and walked gently, deliberately toward the humble king of the gods. She placed a fresh, beautiful garland carefully around Indra's neck. A second chance, freely and lovingly given. The exact moment it touched him, his brilliant inner light returned. The fierce divine fire was instantly rekindled. But this time, he didn't dare look away. He held the sacred blessing with deep, careful, profound reverence. Sage Durvasa watched silently from afar. The harsh, universe-altering lesson had finally, truly been learned. The ancient text called this dangerous lack of attention Adana. It is the silent root of so much loss. We all have profound blessings in our own lives that we have slowly, gradually stopped noticing altogether. Our relationships,
Mindfulness
our health,
belongs not
our
only to
quiet
gods and
moments of
kings,
peace,
but to ordinary
the beautiful
life.
things we assume
After the
will always
grandeur
be
of the
there.
Samudra Manthan, the story
Indra learned that true, Lasting fortune isn't about what you can conquer or what you physically own. It is about treating exactly what you've been given with profound respect and conscious daily attention. But the ancient story wasn't over. The final treasure, the ultimate nectar of immortality, was still coming. And the grand cosmic deception that followed is exactly what we covered in detail in episode 1. Before you go, tell me directly in the comments, what is a specific blessing you need to pay more attention to? Until we meet again next time, take good care of your peace.